Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a hidden base, hidden underneath a nether portal. Now, this might sound like a stupid idea, and that's because it is. I'm not sure whether anybody's done this before, but this is actually one of my favorite hidden bases that I've ever made. Let me show you what we have here. So here you can see we have this very standard nether portal. We can walk into this, it takes us into the nether, and we can walk back into it, and we are in our hidden base. How is this possible? Mind blown. Well, it's very, very simple, actually. As you can see, the nether portal that we have up above us is the same nether portal that we have down below. It's just a really long portal with half of it hidden underground. That takes us typically into our hidden base. Now, there is also a chance that when you walk back through that portal and then back in again, sometimes, very rarely, you'll get taken back up to the top version of the portal, but more often than not, you're stuck down here in your base, which is why we have a couple of escape options. So the first escape option is actually up this ladder here, which you can use to kind of make another hidden base. If you like, you can hide another base behind this nether portal. I've actually done this before. I'll link you the video that I actually did that in. That'll be in the card system in the description below. But you could hide another base up behind this portal, or what you can do is you can keep the ladders going all the way up on top of the nether portal, and that is how you can enter and exit your secret base. And a lot of people won't even think to check, like just above the top right hand corner of a portal. It's very, very discreet. And of course, it does allow you to have a second story to your base if you so choose, as you can see next to this armor stand. I just thought that this was a really awesome, really clever idea. What you could even do is you could even hide an entrance or an exit, however you want to view it, behind this secondary nether portal. So as you walk back through it, you could easily just walk straight out and hide this behind a waterfall or something. There is an absolute wealth of things that you could do with this. You could customize this no end. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please do remember to smack that like button. I'd really, really appreciate that. I hope that you do enjoy these videos, and if you do, please do smack that like. I'm trying to get 1,000 likes on this video, guys. I don't know whether I'll manage it, but I would absolutely love it if we could do that. I think that this is a really interesting idea, no matter what way you look at it. Without any further ado, however, why don't I actually show you how to make this? It's so simple, you won't believe it. So if you want to make this, here's what you're going to need. Grab yourself some obsidian, some stone, some nether brick, stone bricks, cobblestone wall, nether brick stairs, bookshelves, some enchantment tables, and almost mandatory is some potion of night vision. Don't get me wrong, you don't need this, but you'll have to use torches and glowstone. You're just making life easier if you can snag one or two of these. We'll also need all of the other materials that you can see in the inventory right now, so please pause the video, make sure that you have absolutely everything, and once you do, we can begin the build. So this is best built in front of a pre-existing mountain or hill. This is absolutely not necessary, you don't need to, but it is best built in front. So the nether portal itself is simply going to be a standard portal. We're going to begin with a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 obsidian coming up from the ground. We're going to go right of that fourth by 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to connect back down to the ground, like so. What we're then going to do is we are going to dig underneath the portal. So we'll knock out these 2 blocks just underneath the portal, right? And we're going to dig down by a random amount. Let's say like 5, alright? So we'll dig down by 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. I'm going to pop my potion of night vision, and I'm going to dig underneath the nether portal now. And I'm going to dig underneath the nether portal, and I'm going to join the obsidian that we have for the upper part of the portal down to the ground like this. I'm going to dig in the ground now, join the portal at the bottom, and that is now a functioning nether portal. If we come down below, we're now going to make the inside part of the base. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to bore out a little bit of space. We're actually going to dig 8 rows in front of us. That's going to be 1 row, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 7 or 8? It doesn't matter. That's enough space. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 8 rows. We are also going to dig to the left of us And to the right of us, we're going to dig 3 rows. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to do the same on the right. 1, 2, and 3, like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to completely dig in front of us. We're just going to completely dig out in front of us, right? And we are going to then, then have like a nice big empty space. And we're then going to extend the ceiling up by a block. So once we have the spaces, the 3 spaces dug left and right of us, we're then going to dig out the ceiling to give us an additional amount of space. So it's just going to be 1 space dug directly into the ceiling like this. And we are going to just have a little bit more headroom. And this is actually about as high as the ceiling will get. It's not going to get any higher than this. We do want the base to feel nice and snug and cozy. Like this. Perfect. And it just so happens that this base is very much made out of stone, which is lucky for us because our actual hidden base also wants to be made out of stone a lot. So here's what we're going to do. We want to take each side of the portal. Or better yet, I'll tell you what, we'll start off by doing this. So in front of the Nether portal, dig out a row of 4. So directly in front of it, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Replace that row of bricks. We then want to take the left-hand stone brick and we want to extend it outwards in front of itself by 1. Left 1. We then want to dig up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to dig right 1, up 1, right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then down 1, right 1. Down by 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then left 1. So we want to have this shape, which we are then going to fill in with our stone bricks. Like this. Oh, I'm going to need to pop another potion of night vision like this. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to dig out the center of this. The center of this is quite important because in the center of what we've just dug out, we're going to want to be able to access it, and we're going to use nether brick stairs on the front and back part of this so that we can walk freely. We're actually going to dig out the floor entirely, so all of the stone that we have remaining we're going to replace with bookshelves because we want this to be a bit more effective. We're going to place an enchantment table in the middle left and middle right, and we're going to place bookshelves left and right of this. Not only is this symmetrical, but also, obviously, the more bookshelves, the better. What we're then going to do, ladies and gents, is we are then going to grab ourselves the nether brick, and we want to take the obsidian of the portal, and we want to place 2 nether brick diagonals connecting to the walls. So if you think of it like this, 1, 2 like this, and 1, 2 like this. You guys can see what I'm talking about. And then connect them to the ceiling, like so. We can just connect those 2 nether bricks to the ceiling, like that. Then, what we're going to do is we are going to, going right of the top nether brick on this left hand side, we're going to place a row of 3 stone, 1, 2, 3, then a nether brick, connect the nether brick down to the ground, then place a nether brick coming towards the back of the base diagonally and connect it to the ceiling like this. We then want to place a stone diagonally at the back of the base, like this, at the top and the bottom. And that wants to be connected together with cobblestone wall. You might actually want to fill in the wall to the left, like with stone or something, to give that something to grip onto. We then, leaving a gap of 2 to the right, we want to construct the same thing. So we want to have like a stone, then cobblestone wall, and then like another stone on top of it. I'm actually going to dig out the space in between these 2 pillars, and I'm going to place nether brick in it just to give it a bit of contrast. That was quite nice as well. I might even put regular stone behind them as well, just to make it look a little bit better. I don't quite like whatever this block is. I'm not a fan. I can't even identify that block. I'm really a noob. What is it? We have, it looks like andesite. I only use polished andesite. We then want to, from this column on the right, we want to place 2 diagonal nether bricks coming towards the wall, connect them to the ceiling. Then we want to take a row of stone, and we want to place a row of stone connecting the front of the cave to the back of the cave. Everything's looking quite good so far, if I do say so myself, by the way. And now it's time to start decorating a bit. So I'm going to just pop another potion of night vision here. And just to light things up immediately, I'm going to knock out the very center of the wall on the left, replace it with glowstone, and on the right, replace it with glowstone. There we go. And that'll just keep things a little bit more lit up, honestly. And then on the left and right, I mean, you can kind of decorate it however you want, but on the right, I've opted to place like a little Netherwart farm, just because, I mean, you never know when you need it. I don't know what it's used for, to be honest with you, what potions it's used for, but it looks kind of good in this base. On the left, I'm going to grab chest, crafting table, furnace, your regular bunch. I'm going to chuck a chest here, crafting table, furnace. I'm going to dim the glowstone a little bit using wooden trapdoors like that. There we go, that looks quite good. Might even actually, I don't have it, but I might grab like a painting and chuck like a painting left and right just to homey the place up a little bit. Right at the back of the cave, I actually want there to be an armor stand, and with an armor stand, I obviously want to, I've got to drag that out carefully. I almost pressed Y on my controller, that would have equipped it, I think. Also going to grab golden sword, bow, item frames. I'm going to outfit the armor stand with golden armor because I think it looks quite nice. I'm going to place an item frame left and right of the armor. Have I forgotten to fill in the space to the right of that? I have, haven't I? There we go, that's a perfect stone. So I'm going to chuck an item frame on there. I'm going to chuck a golden sword and a bow in front of the item frames. And yes, yeah, I've equipped it. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I quite like it anyway. And then I'm going to chuck chests in front of the bow and the sword. And maybe even one next to the actual armor stand. And we'll revisit this in a second. So that's actually quite nicely outfitted. The last thing that you might want to do, and it depends how roomy you want this place to be, I'm going to chuck on top of the stone bricks that connect to the nether stairs, I'm going to chuck 1, 2 wall, 1, 2 wall. Actually, it's not on top of the, I don't know why I place them on top of there. It's on top of the bookshelf. So 1 wall, 2 wall, 1 wall, 2 wall on every single bookshelf. And the reason that I'm doing this is so that I can then place stone bricks on top like this. So I'm just going to place stone bricks on top of that, and it creates a nice sort of effect. It feels a bit more nethery, and it's just a nice unique base. So now that all of this is done, how do we get out of the base? Well, there's a couple of methods. There really is. There's a load of things you can do here. Okay, so one method. You could dig behind your portal, your nether portal. Now, this might not be feasible for absolutely every single place you build the portal, but it might be possible to dig directly behind your nether portal and exit out of the ground or hill or what have you. And then you could just like hide the entrance using like water, or you could use something else. And if you had like an entrance / exit like me, you could use doors to stop the flow of water, so you could easily like have a nice hidden entrance out of there. I mean, you'd probably want to hide that a little bit better, right? So you might want to place some like grass blocks, something like that, just so that you can enter and exit without too much trouble, maybe like here. And that's one way of getting out, okay? Like an underground water tunnel. I might actually make a base that uses that sort of idea. Or you could knock through, you could like knock behind one of the rows of obsidian of your nether portal, and you can place ladders all the way up the back of the portal, leading you out of your actual nether portal, so leading you out. So all you'd have to do is from your hidden base, you could simply climb all the way up to the top of your nether portal. An alternate way is to also, let's get rid of this let's get rid of the chest next to the armor stand, and let's dig upwards above the armor stand. We're going to dig up until we reach the sky, and then all we're going to do is we are going to place a ladder coming all the way up like that. That is another option. If you just have a random cutout block in the middle of nowhere, it's very unlikely to get seen, and it will lead you down into your nether base. So there's like 3 ways to escape the nether portal right there. And of course, the last thing that we have to do, just the last thing, very, very simple. All we've got to do is light the portal. Boom. Lit that nicely. And all we have to do is just come all the way up to the top of the portal now. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that the portal fits in with the landscape. That's all we've got to do. We've just got to chuck some blocks around the portal. We want the top of it to be sealed except for that one block right there, okay? And chuck that around like this. I'm going to put a little bit of grass and stuff like this, just around the portal like that. And now nobody would think anything. And all we have to do is walk into the portal like this. Walk out of the portal. And where is it going to put us? It's going to put us in our hidden nether base that is absolutely nowhere near where we just were. This actually happened in the last episode. This is my secret nether base. It's a base hidden behind a nether portal. Let me try that again, guys, and let me see where it pops me out. And here we are in our awesome hidden base. That's pretty much all there is to this video, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the tutorial. If you have, please do remember to smack that like button. I'd really appreciate it if you've made an awesome hidden base hidden underneath another portal. Then I'd really appreciate it if you could just like the video. It helps me out no end, it really does. Subscribe to the channel if you're looking for some more content. Hit the little bell next to the subscription button to make sure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you've done both of those things, you might want to leave a comment and let me know what you want to see next. I do have loads of ideas, but I always like it when you guys suggest stuff. I want to know what you guys want to see. And on top of all of that, if you are just wanting more content right now, check out the card system, the description below, especially the hidden base playlist. You're going to want to seek that out and you'll find loads of tutorials. They'll show you how to make loads of stuff like this. If you like nether bases, then check out that playlist and check out my hidden base, hidden behind a nether portal. I'm sure that you guys would love it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.